Night Beat. Coverage you can count on.
A Channel 2 Action News exclusive. Clayton County Police invite only our cameras along on a dramatic drug raid. Tonight, police tell us why this mission to capture an accused drug dealer was so dangerous. Good evening. I'm Justin Farmer.
I'm Javita Mora. Only Channel 2 Action News was there when SWAT officers stormed the house on Stoneham Court in Clayton County. We watched as they burst through doors and took a suspect into custody. New at 11, Channel 2's Tom Jones was there as officers made several arrests. And Tom, you were able to question some of the people in that house.
Javita, one of the suspects says it was like a movie when police stormed inside. Officers say they had to have an incredible show of force to show the people inside they're not going to tolerate this illegal activity. It was a chaotic, tense scene at this home on Stoneham Court. Clayton County SWAT team tossed flashbangs.
I heard a boom. And everybody said, police, police, SWAT, SWAT.
Officers broke through a window. They got inside a home where the police chief says neighbors have complained about illegal drug activity.
We came out here to enforce the law.
We saw officers arrest the alleged ringleader along with several people, including this Papa John's pizza deliveryman. Were there drugs sold in this house?
I hadn't seen no drugs. I just come by to make me a $10 bill off a pizza.
He later admitted he and his wife came by for more than a pizza delivery.
Me and my wife stopped by to sell the pizza and smoke a little green, man.
I watched an incredible show of force load up for this operation. Police say they were concerned because of the ringleader's extensive criminal history and propensity for violence. They found assault rifles in the home. Did you find any drugs inside?
We're still in the preliminary stages.
Neighbors who didn't want their faces shown were elated. Police came to their rescue.
Thank the county, police chief, everybody, man. We can sleep at night.
And police tell me they are still tallying up what they found inside the home and will give us those final numbers later. Meanwhile, most of the people I talked to inside say they had no knowledge of any drug use or drug sales in this home. We're live in Clayton County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News, Night Beat.
I'm sure police will have more to say about that later. Tom, thank you.
New at 11, police are offering a $2,000 reward now for information on an armed robbery at a local store. It happened Tuesday at DTLR Clothing Store on Highway 85 in Riverdale. Police say these three masked men got away with money and clothing. If you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers, 404-577-TIPS. You can stay anonymous at 404-577-8477.
Also new tonight, the family of an Atlanta woman who died on a movie production has reached settlements with several of the defendants. A train hit and killed Sarah Jones in February. It happened in Wayne County near Savannah. She was working on a film based on the life of musician Greg Allman. The terms of the settlements are confidential.
A developing story this evening as investigators are working right now to figure out what caused a big plant fire in Floyd County, right outside Rome. News Chopper 2 live over the smoke and the flames starting on Channel 2 Action News at 4. And new tonight, Channel 2's Tom Regan live outside the smoldering plant with firefighters still dousing some hot spots. Tom.
Justin, the EPA is on the scene right now monitoring the air quality. At the same time, take a look behind me. Fire crews are going to be here all night long, keeping watch on any possible flare-ups. I can see one right over there right now at the end of the building. It is very dangerous inside there. A good portion of the roof is collapsed. Meantime, people who live in neighborhoods who were evacuated have been allowed to return home.
News Chopper 2 captured the view from above the massive plant fire, which spewed plumes of irritating smoke that could be seen for miles and felt in neighborhoods downwind from the burning facility.
Because it scared me half to death. And I had my windows up, and I could smell it, and my eyes started burning.
The Beckert plant, one of Rome's first international companies, opened in 1970. It makes steel wire used in tires and other products. A lead bath used in the process somehow ignited, fueling the fire that consumed about 150,000 square feet of the facility. Over 100 employees were inside when the fire broke out.
It extended to the roof, spread out, and then it started igniting other fuels inside the plant. No one was hurt. Plant officials did a great job evacuating the plant before our arrival.
It was just like rubber burning or something like that.
We followed a police car as it patrolled neighborhoods nearby that had been evacuated. Joan Salamone told me her mother was home alone at the time of the fire and chose to remain there.
But I called, and as I said, she said she was safe and she would feel more comfortable here unless it was absolutely necessary.
And as a precaution, the North Georgia Technical College canceled classes tonight, but they'll resume again tomorrow morning. Live in Floyd County, Tom Regan, Channel 2 Action News Night Beat.
They employ a lot of people there, Tom, so there's the concern about the future of those employees, the jobs there at that plant, something we'll be checking on over the next few days. Many thanks, Tom.
New developments tonight on phone records that police say led them to a murder suspect. We were there when a judge denied bond for Otis Dupree in Douglas County today. Investigators say he tied up and gagged 75-year-old Florine Duke after he broke into her apartment. Deputies say records show Dupree called a drug dealer while inside her apartment to get help taking her TVs.
Tomorrow, a former teacher will take the stand again in the APS cheating trial. Today, Tamika Butler Grant testified that she was pressured to cheat, and when she complained, APS retaliated. Grant says APS transferred and eventually fired her, citing excessive absences and tardiness. But Grant testified that she took photos of the sign-in book to prove her innocence.
New at 11, this DeKalb County judge's son faces felony charges. He is accused of pulling a gun and pointing it at a woman with her daughter. Channel 2's Rachel Stockman is live at the DeKalb County Courthouse tonight, and his attorney claims he is getting singled out, Rachel, because of his high-powered connections.
Jovita, that man works here at the court, and I'm told by his attorney he's expected to turn himself into jail any minute now. Now, according to the police report, after the fender bender, this man, he went up, according to the report, and got his gun from his driver's seat and pointed it at this witness. DeKalb County Court employee Byron Scott is now the one in trouble. The indictment stems from a February 2013 fender bender with a woman and her daughter along Redan Road in DeKalb County. According to a police report, the woman said Scott pointed a gun at them and said, "I told y'all," expletive, and then she says he pushed them. Scott was charged with a misdemeanor last year.
He didn't do anything to this woman. He didn't threaten her. He didn't point any gun at her. But the officers chose to believe her when they arrived. And there's an exchange between he and this lady who, quite frankly, became pretty outraged and belligerent.
Scott's attorney says it is unfair that these charges are just now being upgraded to 2 felony counts of aggravated assault more than a year later. Not only is Scott a court employee, his father is DeKalb County Judge Mark Anthony Scott.
I believe that in an attempt to make it look as though they weren't giving him any sort of preferential treatment, they've actually bent over backwards and treating him much more seriously than any other person facing these allegations.
The DeKalb County clerk said in a statement, Byron Scott has done a great job as a Board of Equalization supervisor. As a result of current charges, I have placed him on administrative leave. As for why it took so long to get this indictment, I'm told by the prosecutor's office this isn't entirely unusual, and it still is within the statute of limitations. Reporting live in DeKalb County, Rachel Stockman, Channel 2 Action News Night Beat.
Atlanta's mayor says city leaders are preparing for possible protests once a grand jury returns a decision on a deadly police shooting in Missouri. We traveled to Ferguson to cover the weeks of protests after the death of Michael Brown last summer. Several groups have said that they will demonstrate if the grand jury decides not to charge the officer who shot him. Atlanta police are working on a response plan in case if there are some local protests.
The mother of a jail recruit who died during training says she is considering a wrongful death lawsuit. A Channel 2 Action News investigation exposed George Ward's death. The recruit died days into training for the DeKalb County Jail. His mother told us today she is glad the GBI is now investigating. She says she wants to know why her son seemed to be singled out during training.
Tonight, 2 rape suspects are on the loose, and police need your help to identify them. Look closely, please, at these sketches. Police say the men entered a unit at this East Point apartment complex Sunday and held a woman at gunpoint. Neighbors that we talked to didn't recognize the men.
No, I've never seen them before.
Well, if you recognize either man, please call Crime Stoppers at 404-577-TIPS. It's 404-577-8477. The key here, you can stay anonymous and still get that reward money.
New at 11, a charity group is making an extra effort to make sure that homeless teenagers do not have to sleep in this cold. We went along with volunteers as they searched for young people in desperate need of help.
I was on the streets. I was in and out of Walmart, Waffle House, McDonald's.
Larry Crosby just spent his first night at the Covenant House after many nights on the streets.
It is a blessing to be here. It is a blessing for them to even welcome me in.
The Covenant House is a shelter for homeless teenagers located in Northwest Atlanta. Volunteers on its street outreach team went into the cold looking for teenagers with no place to go.
If you run into anybody, this is our pamphlet right there.
When we saw that the temperatures were going to be dropping like they are this week, we brought in extra staff to be here in the shelter.
Executive Director Allison Ash says because of this early cold weather, they're already running over capacity. She says it's critical for the street outreach team to find vulnerable kids before someone else does.
When predators come out, they know there's kids out there. They know they need a place to go, so they're looking for them and ready to exploit them.
Crosby says he appreciates a warm place to stay and counts the shelter as one of his biggest blessings.
I'll still be out in the streets. I'll still be roaming the streets.
Tomorrow, Covenant House volunteers and community leaders will sleep outside overnight to raise money for the shelter and raise awareness of homelessness. Go to WSBTV.com for more information on the organization and tomorrow night's event that can be found in our web link section.
Our warming trend has begun, and we're also looking at a powerful storm taking shape to our west. Could have a big impact on your weekend weather. I'll tell you about that in the forecast next.
New at 11, concerns about a criminal with a stolen police badge at a local college.
The safety's been compromised.
How police gear, including 2 guns and a uniform, ended up in the wrong hands.
$1 million makeover for a grocery store plagued with crime, even murder. Tonight, the changes that could help rejuvenate the neighborhood.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Law Office O'Neill Flint. Call 877-373-HURT.
Tomorrow at 5, a local fire chief under fire.
Do you think honesty is an important quality?
His state certification based on a 15-year lie, and he didn't fix it till he got caught for the second time.
People are allowed to make mistakes once.
The investigative reporter Jody Fleischer reveals repeated lies, who knew about it, and the questionable paperwork behind it all.
Don't you think the citizens of Roswell have a right to know that you got caught lying?
Tomorrow at 5 on Channel 2 Action News. Coverage you can count on.
I'm Attorney Neil Flint. If you or a loved one have been in a car or trucking accident, we'll get you the money that you deserve. Been hit? Call me, Attorney Neil Flint.
And then Santa's workers zapped it right to our house. And that's how they got it here.
So Santa has a transporter?
For the big stuff. I think it's a teleporter.
Cool.
The magic of the season is here at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Lease the 2015 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Happy holidays, Mr. Scrooge. But wait, there's more.
With Xfinity, you can stream your personal DVR recordings from anywhere on any device.
It's a miracle!
And you can even download your recordings to watch while you're offline. You can't do that with Ubers. Bring power to your presence with the X1 Triple Play for $99 a month for 2 full years. Plus, ask how to get up to $250 back. Hurry, this offer won't last. Call or go online today.
It's here. It's now. We're totally out of room. New Chevrolets from $12,500. If you're looking for the lowest price and the highest trade-in value, come to Steve Raymond Chevrolet, Cobb Parkway.
Experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an original. The Original Mattress Factory.
Students at a local university are on alert tonight because of a stolen police gear. They are concerned that criminals are walking around with a badge, a uniform, even 2 department-issued sidearms. And Channel 2's Amy Napier-Viteri found out how those crooks got their hands on these sorts of sensitive officer items. Amy.
Well, both of those officers were off duty and in a personal vehicle when they parked here in this parking lot. Now, according to APD, one of those officers works for Atlanta Police, the other for Clark Atlanta University Police. According to the police report, someone broke in through a window and stole one of the officer's guns from underneath the passenger seat, then went around back and stole the second officer's gun, other weapons, and even her police uniform.
It is a concern because they have the uniform and they have all the weapons, and, you know, you respect people in uniforms.
2 guns, badges, and a police uniform in the wrong hands. It's a thought that concerns students we talked with in the Atlanta University Center Wednesday evening.
The safety's been compromised. Honestly, safety is terrible.
Atlanta police say Tuesday evening an APD officer and Clark Atlanta University officer parked their personal car in this lot on Marietta Street after work. When they got back, the driver's side window was smashed. The APD officer said his gun, which he left under the passenger seat, was gone, along with the CAU officer's gun, pepper spray, handcuffs, baton, and uniform.
The fact that they left the gun in the car in the first place is also really alarming. But yeah, it's a little scary.
We asked Clark Atlanta University about the theft, and they sent us a statement saying the officer secured her gun and other items, including her badge, in a lockbox in the trunk, which the thief broke into. What thieves didn't get is the officer's official police ID. They sent us a sample of one tonight, which looks like this, and want anyone confronted by someone in a CAU police uniform to ask to see that identification.
It's actually horrible that now I have to watch out for the people around me as well as our officers.
Be careful. I'm going to just keep my eye open.
Atlanta police are checking to see if cameras in this parking lot captured what happened, and we asked Atlanta police. They say there's no policy specific to leaving your gun in the car. However, officers are supposed to take appropriate action to secure their weapon, and that's something APD will be looking at in this case. We're live in Northwest Atlanta. Amy Napier-Viteri, Channel 2 Action News, Night Beat.
Yeah, it does make sense, Amy. Thank you. And so here's a closer look at the type of badge and ID taken. Police want you to know if you get stopped by anyone you don't trust, you can ask to see this sort of ID. This is an officer ID. Take a close look at this and even more at WSBTV.com.
A Northwest Atlanta supermarket hopes a multi-million-dollar makeover will help change its image. The Kroger on Ponce de Leon Avenue reopened today. The area has been known for crime, but managers hope the renovations will attract more customers. Shoppers we talked to are excited about the changes.
It's been known for a lot of activity that's not quite so wholesome, but they have really turned it around. It looks great.
Kroger also planted 60 trees, repaved the parking lot, and had local art students paint murals to help rejuvenate the area.
A toddler injured during a botched drug raid will appear on network television tomorrow. 2-year-old Boone Kamfos and was hurt when flashbang grenade went off in his playpen. It had happened while Habersham County officers were serving a no-knock warrant in May. Boo Boo, as his family calls him, will be on The Doctor Show tomorrow, 10 o'clock, right here on Channel 2.
Roswell leaders are looking into new ways to relieve traffic. The city is studying several plans to help drivers travel from Alpharetta to Roswell without having to use Georgia 400. Now, one includes creating a new parkway that runs over the highway, and one road would connect to Mansell Road east of Georgia 400. Another would connect on the west side of 400. Consultants are looking at several possible paths for the roads that will end in Alpharetta. And good news, our Arctic blast is finally coming to an end.
We should have a celebration, but it's still pretty chilly tonight. Chief Meteorologist Glenn Burns, though, with the big changes ahead.
Yeah, in fact, we have a lot of changes ahead going over the next 5 days. We have another Arctic outbreak by the middle of next week, and this one is coming to an end. It's pretty chilly outside tonight, but as we look out, we have a clear sky. We're about 6 degrees warmer than we were at this time last night here in Atlanta. Humidity at 46%. And the reason we're getting warmer, southwesterly winds coming in at 5 miles per hour instead of the north wind that we're getting last few days that was coming off that big snow cover up to the north, keeping that very cold Arctic air chilled as it moved into northern Georgia. Well, right now it's 28 in Blairsville, 36 for Calhoun. It's 30 degrees in Rome, 30 in LaGrange, also in Griffin, 34 degrees being reported now in Athens and also Eaton, 37 up on Lake Lanier in Gainesville. Here's the core of the cold Arctic high pressure. It's over, of course, lower Alabama, southwestern Georgia, and we're getting a more southwesterly wind as that high continues to drift slightly to the south and east through the day tomorrow. That wind is going to drive up some nice warming temperatures. You can see that highlighted here in the yellow. So we'll see temperatures climb from the 40s today into the 50s tomorrow. And then we're going to see another cool night tomorrow, but not necessarily really bitter cold, but seasonably cool. Now, your morning lows tomorrow, 20 in Blairsville, 31 Gainesville, 23 for us in Rome. Downtown Atlanta, we're looking at 31 degrees, so just below that freezing mark. We'll be in the mid-20s all the way from Griffin into Eaton and lower 20s in and around LaGrange. But look at the warm-up expected tomorrow afternoon. Again, steps. We're taking baby steps as we go forward. Most of us will be in the mid-50s tomorrow, upper 40s to near 50 in Blairsville and lower 50s up around Gainesville and Calhoun, also in Rome. Now, Our eyes are out to the west on Saturday. We have a developing storm system out here across Texas and Oklahoma. This is going to start to move toward the east. It's going to pump in some warm air across northern Georgia so that by Sunday morning we're starting to see some rain, but also a squall line developing through middle Tennessee back into Alabama. I do expect that squall line to move into northern Georgia as we get on through Sunday, and the parameters are shaping up where we could see strong straight line winds and possibly even isolated tornadoes. So again, still a lot of variables and still many things have to come together, but please stay tuned all this week and into the weekend as we update you on this potential severe storm threat on Sunday. In the meantime, tonight, look for a nice clear sky, low 31 in town, mid-20s in the suburbs, and then tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Should be a beautiful autumn day, 56 degrees with a light westerly wind. 5-day forecast, we're going to stay dry through Saturday with that gradual warm-up. Now, 59 degrees for Friday, but an east wind will set up on Saturday. That's going to bring us a few clouds in mid-50s, but mid-60s, 80% chance of storm Sunday, and a 40% chance early Monday with a high of 68. Doing some hunting or fishing tomorrow. Peak activities between noon and 1. Join Karen Mitten tomorrow morning at 4:30 for the latest updated forecast.
Well, we all want the best for our pets, but is pet insurance actually a good choice? Channel 2 consumer advisor Clark Howard tells when you should consider buying.
New at 11, electric cars can save you thousands in gasoline costs. The latest Metrotown now making it easier for you to charge your vehicle.
Here's another look at tonight's winning Powerball numbers. The Cash 4 and Fantasy 5 drawings follow the Channel 2 Action News Night Beat.
Weather on Channel 2 brought to you by Montlick & Associates, protecting injured people since 1984. The Fish and Game Report is brought to you by EMC Security.
Football's back. Stream live on WSBTV.com. The McEachin Indians take on the Alpharetta Raiders. Sports Zone Friday's Game of the Week. Friday on WSBTV.com at 7:30 p.m. Presented by the Georgia Lottery.
When you set out to find new roads, you obsess over perfection. Elevate form, then reinvent a category. You also attract a lot of attention. Chevrolet, the most awarded car company of the year. Not Ford, Honda, or Toyota. Get great offers all month long at the Chevy Black Friday sale. Get 0% financing plus $1,000 and no monthly payments until next year on these models and more.
See your Georgia Best Chevy dealer.
In time, everything becomes outdated. The same is true with cancer treatment. Only an academic medical center like Winship at Emory can provide tomorrow's treatments today. In the last 7 years, we've participated in clinical trials of over 75% of FDA-approved cancer treatments. It's only when these treatments are approved that they're made available to other hospitals. And by then, there's a good chance that something better has come along.
You sure you want to do that?
Who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm the second owner.
I just bought this car.
Correct. You're the first owner, and I'm the second. You know, I mean, think about me and all the other owners after me. Tell me about Mudbone. Does he ride in the car?
No, he's allergic to leather.
The exceptional certified pre-owned program with the highest quality cars. Good news for the second owner.
Buy a future car.
Visit your local Audi dealer to learn about the many benefits of our comprehensive certified pre-owned program.
At Longhorn, what's in season matters. What you do with it matters more. Longhorns fall into flavor. The harvest mushroom center cut filet. The apple cider baby back ribs. Only at Longhorn Steakhouse. You can't fake steak.
New at 11, 2 new electric car charging stations are coming to Sandy Springs. This is video of a similar charging station in Atlanta. Sandy Springs City Council members approved a grant to pay for the stations. They will be located in Hammond Park, and users will be charged a small fee to use the stations, which will operate 5 days a week.
Consumer advisor Clark Howard says buying pet insurance may cost you more money in the long run. Clark says that it can typically cost about $500 per year for a policy for your pet. And you should be aware that some policies have exclusions based on the breed of dog. Clark says you're most likely better off having a savings account put aside for those costs at the vet.
Meet the newest member of the Channel 2 Action News team. Our first visit with Channel 2's Erin Coleman and her new baby boy.
A problem with popular baby wipes that you may use in your home. What many people are doing with them, and it could be causing a lot of trouble for the city of Atlanta.
Phil, what happened to you? Oh, it's Black Friday. It's crazy. Saved hundreds. How'd you make out?
Well, I slept in and saved thousands.
There's a more civilized way to do Black Friday.
Why save hundreds when you can get a check for thousands during the Buick Black Friday sales event? Now make your best deal on a Buick sedan in stock the longest and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP. That's nearly $8,000 on this LaCrosse. Hurry, this offer ends December 1st.
It's never too early to get started on your Christmas list.
Or to find the perfect gifts.
Or the best deals.
This year, beat the rush. At Academy Sports and Outdoors, you don't have to wait for Black Friday to get hot deals. Get low prices like a 15-foot trampoline, $249.99. A Butterball Extra Large Turkey Fryer, $99.99. Or Under Armour Cold Gear starting at $49.99. And visit Academy.com for even more hot deals. Shop with confidence and make it a Christmas to remember.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Gibbons. The Cash 3 Update is brought to you by John Foy & Associates. Tonight's cash evening numbers are 8, 6, and 4, and lottery players won more than $142,000.
At Nissan, we wanted people to know how good it feels to kick gas with a 100% electric Nissan Leaf. So for one day, gas was on us.
It's a wonderful feeling.
How many miles do you drive in the day?
55 miles.
You'd save close to $4,000.
Oh my God. You're going to save that much money in gas on an electric car? Get out of here.
See how much you'll save with America's best-selling electric car. Now get 0% financing or lease the Nissan Leaf for $199 a month.
Those popular disposable wipes, those, diaper wipes clogging up Atlanta's sewer system, it's happening. Atlanta Watershed Management says too many people are flushing those cleaning and baby wipes down the toilets instead of throwing them in the trash. And the clogs are breaking down some expensive equipment. In some cases, sewage ends up in local streams and rivers.
Today we checked in with Channel 2's Erin Coleman to see how she is doing with her new baby boy.
Good, how are you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Come on in. Come on in.
Little man. Hello.
Say hi, Mr. Craig.
Wow.
So Erin's co-anchor, Craig Lucy, stopped by her house today and met her 2-year-old son. Erin says he is now sleeping about 5 hours a night max, and they are getting plenty of quality nap time together during the day. Erin will be returning to the anchor desk late next month to get back on Channel 2 Action News at 4.
Gosh, they're squeezable in 2 months, aren't they? First place Falcons returning home Sunday. And what about the return of one of their defensive leaders? Zaxxon next with details.
Stay tuned for the Cash 4 and Fantasy 5 drawings after the Channel 2 Action News Night Beat.
Chevrolet is the most awarded car company of the year. So it's no surprise that Chevy Silverado is the most awarded pickup of 2014. And is from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road. Now it's time to reward yourself. Get $7,500 total value on this Silverado Double Cab All-Star Edition or trade up to get $9,000. See your local Chevy dealer today.
There's a place in every city and every town where dreams are always welcome. Bring yours by for a visit. Your dream is out there. Go get it. American Family Insurance will protect it.
Injured on the job and have questions about your legal rights? Visit forthepeople.com or call us. Our family working for your family. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
BrandSmart USA, 110% low price guarantee, worth the drive.
Tonight, Kimmel's in the fast lane with Jamie Foxx.
Get in.
And from Blackish, Tracy Ellis Ross. Plus a new Do You Have What It Takes?
Prove to us that you've got what it takes.
New Kimmel, tonight on ABC.
Introducing the first ever 306 horsepower Lexus RC Coupe. Once driven, there's no going back. See your Atlanta area Lexus dealer.
Energy is the world's greatest escape artist.
Just a sliver of space and it's gone, taking your money with it. But Georgia Power can help. We have tools and resources like My Power Usage to help you use energy more efficiently. And we offer a variety of energy efficiency programs like refrigerator recycling that can help reduce your bill. Start making energy improvements around your home. Learn more ways to save money and energy at georgiapower.com/save.
Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones did not practice today, with head coach Mike Smith saying afterwards he hopes it's nothing more than the 24-hour flu. Jones leads the Falcons in yards and receptions. Your first-place Falcons return to the Georgia Dome this weekend for the first time in 6 weeks. One of Coach Smith's favorite sayings is, "You are what your record says you are." Well, at 4-6, the record says they have a lot of things they can get better at. But surprisingly, that 4-6 record, folks, also has them in first place in the NFC South.
We're in position that, we kind of control our own destiny, but we have to take it 1 week at a time and hopefully play our best football this week and down the stretch. And I think if we focus and concentrate on that, at the end of the year, hopefully we'll be in a position where we can keep playing.
Falcon safety and one of the leaders on the defensive side of the ball, William Moore, practiced today and said he will play against the Arizona Cardinals next week. Moore separated his right shoulder nearly 2 months ago in a Week 4 loss to the Vikings. Willie Moe told our Anthony Amy today watching his teammates play from the sidelines has been tough, but he definitely picked up a thing or two that can help the ball club.
Young, anxious, man. Watching from the sideline, it's the same thing as a few years ago. You start seeing things that, that you probably wouldn't see on the field. And the game slowed down a little bit. I can't wait to actually get back and try to make some of those plays, and I can't wait to go be physical.
This Saturday in Athens, the first ever meeting between Georgia and Charleston Southern. The Buccaneers 0-14 all-time against FBS programs, and the average margin of defeat is 43 points. Now, the Bulldogs are coming off an emotional blowout win over Auburn, and with Georgia Tech coming to town next week and a possible berth in the SEC championship game the week after that, could Saturday's game against Charleston Southern be considered a trap game?
Our coaching staff, they're doing a good job of keeping our focus on Charleston Southern. We're not really focusing on Georgia Tech at all because right now we're facing a game on Saturday, Charleston Southern.
Kickoff set for noon on Saturday. Georgia Tech has the weekend off.
All right, Zach, thank you. And we thank you for counting on Channel 2 Action News.
Don't forget to download our free news and weather apps for your smartphones and tablets.
We'll see you again tomorrow morning for Channel 2 Action News this morning beginning at 4:30 a.m. Be sure to like us on Facebook so you're the first to know about breaking news, weather, and traffic. Have a good night.